Here is an involved question. We're carrying out two distinct operations. One is division over here, and one we're going to carry out a subtraction. So we're combining the two together. It's important that you remember the order of operations because we don't want to perform the subtraction before the division. Let's begin by factoring out as much as we can everywhere. I'm going to start off with my numerator of my first fraction. I notice it's a simple trinomial, and the two numbers that add to give me 5 and multiply to give me 6 are 2 and 3. My denominator, same thing as a simple trinomial. The two numbers are -2 and -1, because those are the numbers that add to give me -3, multiply to give me +2. And I'm dividing it by nothing to do here, although at some point I'm going to have to reciprocate this fraction, and then I'm subtracting by this guy here. Now, before I continue, it is wise to state the restrictions. So looking at each denominator one at a time, here we have x cannot be equal to 2 and 1. Here we have x cannot be equal to 1, which we've already taken into consideration. And here we have x cannot be equal to -3. So erase, erase, and erase. Oh, we do have one more, but it has been considered. This numerator, eventually we're going to have to look at the restriction on it because we're going to reciprocate that. But the restrictions on that numerator are the same as the restrictions on this denominator, so I won't bother listing that again. So what we're going to do next is just take all of this, because we're going to need it again, nothing to be done here, copy it, paste it, but this time instead of dividing, we multiply by the reciprocal, because that's what division of fractions means after all. -6, and we have x plus 3. Now here I can start canceling common factors. For example, the x plus 3 here cancels with the x plus 3 here. The x minus 1 cancels with the x minus 1 here. And I am left with x plus 2 all over x minus 2. Minus 6 over x plus 3. Now in order to combine these fractions, I need a common denominator. My first fraction, I'll multiply top and bottom by x plus 3. My second fraction, I'll multiply top and bottom by x minus 2. Let me just paste this here. Extend my fraction line. And here I have x plus 3 minus 6 over x minus 2. This is x plus 3, x minus 2, and I can just multiply it out. So let's see what we get here. My numerator up here becomes x squared plus 5x. Again, if you don't know how I got that, review multiplying binomials, plus 6 all over x minus 2, x plus 3 minus, this numerator is 6x, and it's minus 12. And the denominator is the same, so I'm just going to copy this guy and paste it here. There we go. Okay, we are on good track. I can now subtract my numerators, so I get this whole thing again, paste it, and I'm going to subtract this. The denominator is going to be the same. What do we get here? So I still have this x squared plus 5x plus 6. And I'm going to subtract 6x and add 12. Again, this is a -1. gets multiplied throughout the bracket, and it in effect changes the sign of each term inside the bracket. And that's all over the same denominator. So we're almost done. It's a matter of collecting like terms in our numerator. The x squared has nothing like to it. The 5 and the negative 6 becomes negative x, and the 6 and the 12 becomes positive 18. And my same numerator goes down here, and I believe that's it. Okay, we've stated our restrictions up at the top there. So if I want it, I could essentially just move them down here. But as long as they're stated somewhere on the page, that's all that really matters.